Yes,
I've called this press conference because Kalangut village has been termed as urbanized. Now, with a notification from the state government, which was duly approved by the governor of Goa, where they had done their homework at the back doors of their offices in Purvurim, in the secretariat, they have notified Kalangut as, in the official gazette, as urban area. Now, urban means destruction, and I feel that this destruction should have not been taken by the state government. At least now pandemic is going on, COVID-19 is going on, and there are a lot of issues in the village, in the state, and even though not taking any interest in this, the government has said that let the Kalangut village be urbanized. Now, notifying Kalangut as urban areas means taking concretization to the next level. Now, if you see, when you start in Kalangut, there is to the right, there is a structure in the field which is approved by the ODP, by the planning PDA, and it is 80% FAR given in this. It is right in front of the church where it is obstructing the church. Second, next to Boviage, there is 100% FAR given on the hill to a big builder where people had objected earlier about 10 or 12 years back. There was a road of 2 meters. The PDA has approved about 6 huge concrete buildings. Now this leads to concretization, or this is the starting of urbanization, because they want to start these things. This notification was a surprise to all the villagers who have been kept in dark about the development. Now, we were not aware of this, the villagers were not aware of it, and I think most of the villagers are not aware of it. But taking undue advantage of this COVID, they have done this. There are several illegal projects going on at the behest and the blessing of the MLA and the elected Panchayat body. That is what I meant to say when you are starting in Kalangut, in front of the St. Alex Church, then these are the few things which I have told you. But there are a lot of other things in Gauravado. There are huge buildings come with 5 floors, 6 floors. It is started. So this is what the elected Panchayat body has done. This may be moved to clear some files on notifying Kalangut as urban areas. Now, with the move, villages are going to lose the identity of village, and there will be a negative impact on social, cultural and traditional environment of the village. Now, if you see the impact which will be in Kalangut, I will not be able to say that I am from Kalangut or I am Kungutkar. As जोतर अर्बनायझेशन जालें जाल्यार आनीक 30 or 40% भायले लोक येवन व्हडली बिल्डिंगां बांदून तांकां फ्लॅटां इंकून ते भायल्यांकूच आसतले, आनी आमी जे कितें 100% आहा ते फकत 30 or 40 or 50% उरतले. Put back as a village when they declared that as a municipality. And I appreciate the people of Taligaon who has made a move to make Taligaon back as a village. and not as a municipal, not in the municipal area or urbanization. Although news, it's although it, that notification Kalangut as urban, that notifying Kalangut as a urban area will not change the status of the village panchayat. It is a big lie. Actually, it is a big lie where one cannot change the rules and the procedure laid down on the books of our constitution. Now, I suppose in the print media and the normal media, where electronic media, they said that urban area will not change the status of the village. But I feel that little knowledge is very dangerous for the person who has spoken about it. You can't change the constitution of India. You can't. So I stop fooling the people of Kalangut. Again and again you are fooling the people of Kalangut. Please stop fooling the villagers of Kalangut. Our elected representatives should come very clear under the provision of the law. And if this notification also has come, I think they are not aware of it. If it is so, then immediately they would have taken a Gram Sabha and put the things to the general public. 13 or 18 years back, the same procedures was followed, and I fought, the panchayat fought, the then panchayat, and we got our village back because it was urbanized, it was already notified, and it was back again as a village. So this is what we are trying to tell, and for that matter, I just want to read out what is urbanization. What is urban? What he is talking is means the area for the time being included within the limits of a municipal corporation of municipality constituted under any law for the time being in force, or any village of group of villages which may be notified by the government in an urban area regards being had to the density of the population of buildings in the area and the expression. Now, what I am saying over here is that how can you change when you have the state government has put up this law in place in the land revenue code, and how you can say that the panchayat will remain panchayat, it will not be as an urbanized area. Don't fool the people of Kalangut and don't fool us. Enough is enough. We will go ahead with all these things.
Which section is that?
Section 38, right? Now going to this, the classification. Now the classification of census was done in 2011, and now it is 2021. After 10 years, classification has to be done. Have they applied their mind for this, or are they just fooling the people, saying that because they have power in their hand, they are making it a urban area? Which I feel that they have not applied their mind, and that is what I feel, and it should not be done. Again, I request the authorities who has done this to please denotify the same. Now, this is the backdoor entry for urbanization, what they have done now. The same thing they have done for ODP 2025. They put up a ODP for PDA in the village of Kalangut, right, and the other villages like Kandolia, I think. And what they did was they notified it. The then panchayat, who was headed by me, we moved to the High Court. It was in the High Court, it was stayed. Then subsequently there was a new panchayat election where most of our members lost because of the manipulation of the wards by the the concerned MLA and the person who has been elected, which I have proofs for that, because the MLA has no powers to interfere in the bifurcation of the village. So, being that we lost, and on the first meeting of the new panchayat, what they did was immediately the first meeting they withdrew this the notification, and it was very clear for them. It was an open ground for them where there was no opposition, and when they withdrew this, the ODP came in power. Now the same thing is being done over here. Over here, the same thing is being done. Action was not taken to give up upper hand to the developers by clearing number of project file, and today we could see the effects of that with number of cases of hill cutting, land filling, destruction of white sand, and etc. Now, as you see, when you are entering in, it is in the field. The project for 80% FER is in the field. The project for 100% is on the hills, right? And we are shouting. The world leaders are shouting because of the environment. We are filling the field. We are destroying our ecology. We are destroying the hills, the trees. What are we supposed to do? They are destroying the white sand. This is what is happening with them. Now, changing Kalangut as urban area from beautiful Kalangut, known as a rural village worldwide, will definitely have an adverse effect on charter tourism, and Kalangut will lose the prospect of growth in tourism industry. Now, because we were village, lot of tourists used to come, and people worldwide would say, or anyone who comes to Goa, they said, where is Kalangut? And it was a village. Now, if you see that huge buildings come in the village, who will come? Because in their countries, in their states, they have this huge visionary leader, the so-called visionary leader, right, should retain Kalangut its status as strong state, and we have strong objection for this notification. We find not in the interest of our village, but pursuant to fulfill the malified intention of the so-called visionary leader. We will go for 200% FER. Don't fool the people of Kalangut. Now, what I am saying is that now for the side effects of the municipalities which we will be having, it will be totally governed by the state of Goa, where the government or the government officers, a chief officer will have a control on the municipality. If we are put as a municipality, there will be a chief officer. Now, recently there is a issue in Kandgona Panchayat or somewhere in South Goa, where the municipality, elected municipality, is having a tough time with the chief officer, where they are not giving them to do development. This hardly 10 or 15 days have passed. Now, all these things will have a adverse effect on this. If the panchayat is put, there will be government staff. All our staff will be out, and then the government will put their staff in the panchayat, where the municipality is supposed to have. So we will have no control over there. When the villagers want any development, then we will have to beg with them. Now, if there are councillors over there, then we have to beg with the chief officer or with the government servant, Baba, do this, do that, or give me one death certificate, or give a birth certificate, or my house tax, all these things. Now, then there will be a lot of increase in house taxes. Now, this is the most important thing. There will be in the house taxes, then establishment license, and the garbage taxes. Now, I remember when Parrikar was there in the about 5-6 years back, right? The same person Vijay leader was shouting at the top of his voice, saying that the panchayat is taking huge money for the garbage tax. Now, if it is so, then now what will happen? My issue is in this press conference. Now, stop telling the lies and telling lies to the people of Kalangut and fooling them in the name of development. So what he has done earlier is that he has shown a rosy picture about 5 years back that all the houses by the seaside will be approved or will be will be approved by the PDA. 9 years have passed. What has happened about it? Now तांती तेकला तुझे बोकाक आणि आता तुम्ही करूंक सोदता just because their elections are coming close by and you want to fool the people again. People are very smart and people are aware what the visionary leader is, right? We condemn the move of the state government and the minister to notify Kalangut as an urban village, and we request them to denotify the urban area status.
So none of these houses have.
Now, due to COVID, the government has to please denotify the notification which is issued by them, right? Because we don't want the people to come on the roads, fight for their rights. Again, COVID will attack us more because as it is, Kalangut is full with COVID, and people are really worried about their health rather than this municipality. So I request the visionary leader, the state government, the governor of Goa, the chief minister to please denotify it, failing which we have to act on this. The last thing which I am telling the Panchayat of Kalangut, please ask for a Gram Sabha. Take the public into confidence and then go ahead with whatever issues you all are having. Because as of today, you all are not doing anything. There is lot of illegal constructions going on, which I don't have to put it over here. I'll have a separate conference. But anyway, I request the Sarpanch and the Panchayat members of the ruling Panchayat members to just ask for denotifying the urban status for the village of Kalangut. That's it. On this press conference, especially, एक मिनट, yeah.